So, I mean, everybody's had a chance to say their piece, and I think been fairly clear about where they are. We could do a motion if somebody wants one. I don't know that one is necessarily needed at this point, because I think everybody has been pretty clear, but if somebody would like to make a motion, we can certainly have one.
Yeah, I think we need to be clear. This has been a difficult issue for all of us. I think it's better if the council takes the heat and says, makes a motion to direct the city manager. So
Would like to make a motion?
I would like to do that. And so I move that we take the city manager's recommendation regarding park closures with respect to this particular issue.
I second it.
Any other comments? All right.
Wait, I have a question.
Okay.
So, without further process, without revisiting,
Well, I was going to say something about that. I mean, I think there's something to be said for keeping the motion relatively simple and without trying to repeat what everybody just said in the last 35 minutes, but it's pretty clear that there was a lot of interest in pursuing additional public input, in taking a look at areas where this may have unintended consequences, where there are missing pieces, where there are other approaches we can take. A number of us talked about having the Parks Board look at it. We know the Open Space Board is looking at it. They're not the only players. Those are two obvious ones. I think all of that is on the record, and I guess I would suggest it's effectively incorporated into the motion, which is the comments that the council members have made this evening. And I think we actually have been pretty clear and pretty concise about the things we'd like to have additional work done on. And if Jane feels that, that's really what's important here.
Right, I agree that what we need to do from a staff perspective is come back to you in the next month with kind of a work plan program for how we can have further dialogue about it, including public input and Parks and OSBT input. So let us think about ways to get that done, and a timeline and a work plan for you to consider.
Okay.
We have the retreat coming up.
We do have the retreat coming up, and some of these issues will no doubt come up at the retreat, and certainly the kind of the big picture issues of council spending more time on homeless issues, affordable housing issues, and so on will, I guarantee you, come up at the retreat. There's no question about that. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for further discussion. And the retreat's coming up in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I think, at this point. All right, so there is a motion to essentially accept the city manager's recommendation, but to pursue additional work on this issue. Are there any other comments? And if not, we can vote. This is just a show of hands. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed? All right, so that passes 7-2 with council members Jones and Becker in opposition. And thank you all in the public. Again, this discussion has not ended, and we appreciate your coming, and we look forward to having additional conversations with you. All right.